Hello guys, Smokey here and I'm getting back to the page I was on. Today, we're going to review my favorite Ninja Turtle movie, the 1990s movie. Me and my brothers grew up watching it. We watched it on VHS. We watched it on DVD. And I may have to make this one a two-parter depending on how long it is. Because I haven't wrote down all the notes about what kind of started getting filmed because it was very late at night. It is. What time is it? You watch anything you miss. Oh, sounds fancy. How does it work? I'll tell you how it works. It's a little bit after midnight. Hold on. I think we should discuss it first. So yeah, let's get into this. Never pay full price for a late pizza, especially if it's Tmnt out of the shadows. So that pizza was a very bad pizza. That's Peanut. She knows, right, Peanut? Yeah, want to come on camera? You camera shy? Also gonna go to Vegas. Yeah, we went to Vegas. If you watch the movie, Raph says the D word. It's one of my favorite parts because it's the only Ninja Turtle movie where they use language. But he says it enough times you can start to make a drinking game out of it. The opening scene I really love. It's pretty iconic, you know. April's in trouble. The turtles knock out the light, beat up the lower grade foot, and then, Raph loses his side, says the D word, and then you get your reveal of the turtles. Like a full on reveal as they're walking back to the sewer. One of my favorite parts of the movie is when April freaks out. When she first meets the turtles, I know this is later on, but when she freaks out and sees them, it is funny. I really thought there was some good acting there, and then the turtles counter that, which I also thought was really good. Because they're if you watch closely, you can see them behind Splinter screaming as well. I never noticed that until this last time I watched it. A lot of the jokes still hit. Some of them you just have to know references to, but there's a few that still hit. My personal favorite, no matter if it's offensive or not, the claustrophobia joke with Casey. That's my favorite joke in that movie. The Splinter puppet looks really good, even by today's standards. When I was little, it used to scare the crap out of me. Because this movie came out before I was born. See, I've watched this since I was maybe 3 or 4 years old. And it scared the crap out of me. And no, I do not have the C word. I just have allergies and my throat's a little dry. This is what I'm using to look over notes and stuff with, so I'll be back in a second. Looking back, the fight scenes nowadays would seem a little, it's a movie from before, they still use practical effects. They have to use CGI and stuff to help improve it. But for what the stunt people had to go through, if you don't know, they were blind when they filmed those scenes, so they had to learn to actually fight while blind. And plus, the suits were heavy, and it was real hot in them because I don't remember what they're made of. But for the era of the time, it was really good. The critter reference where they kind of parodied themselves saying, "Man, where do you come up with this stuff?" was funny. The fight scene with Casey was really good. It shows Raph is self-conscious about himself. When he gets called a freak, he loses it and says the D word again. Tatsu, Shredder's right-hand man. I really think he's funny. I like how he beats the one kid up, trying to teach him not to be overconfident and also expect the unexpected. That was really cool. And yes, my thumb is weird. Splinter talking with Raph after the Casey fight. I think, in a way, the talk they have foreshadows the fight Raph has later on in the movie with the foot, which is also another beautiful piece of the cinema in this movie. But I also noticed something really funny in that Splinter has feet. He has, feet like his hands in most of the shots where it shows his feet. But in this shot, it looks like he's just wearing a slipper-like thing with claws. Raph stalking April, I thought was kind of funny, but also looking back on it, it would make sense for the 80s cartoon because the 80s cartoon was kind of goofy and, it's acceptable. But a turtle in a suit. You think they would realize what is there. April tried to fight at the beginning of the fight in the train station is really funny. I thought that was like really hilarious. It always has been because she tries to use the side gets knocked out of her hand, then she tries to beat him with her purse. Very typical of a woman in distress in those times. Raph is stupid for not making sure they were either the foot that he fought in that were either dead or completely unconscious to the point they could not follow him back. At least give him enough time to get away. Let's see. Raph being a smart like where they go where I think it's Leo goes, why? He goes, why? Why? I don't know. Thought I screws up the place. A couple throw pillows, a TV news reporter, let's see. And then Mikey asking Splinter if they could keep her was also really funny. Covered that. The baby turtles are funny, and I was looking up quotes for the movie one day just to see if my brothers knew what the quotes were for the movie. And the one that goes, pizza, pizza, is supposed to be Mikey, which I did not know. The origin story, as Splinter tells, as you can see, I kind of wrote stuff down I remembered, and then kind of while I was watching the movie, wrote other stuff down. The origin story is awesome, it's a lot better than the reboot. As you can see, a peanut just jumped onto my lap. Come here. You can show yourself on camera. Look up. See, hey, Peanut. She does that from time to time. She gets mad I'm not in bed because I'm usually asleep by now. We have no privacy here. We gotta get those kids out of that house once in a while. See. I mean, shouldn't they be dating? When Splinter gets kidnapped and the turtles realize he's kidnapped, and them breaking down and crying at April's apartment, I thought kind of showed how good the animatronic slash puppets look. And it makes me cry. A lot of the sad scenes in this movie do. Not as much as the Michael Bay Turtles made me cry because of how badly they look. Or Turtles 3. Let's see. I always thought it's funny when they vanish. They vanished really cool, and how they kind of messed with Danny and his dad. Like Danny would see him and then they would disappear. It was kind of like a Batman Jim Gordon thing. And then Mikey scaring the crap out of April was also really funny. After that, and Shredder's reveal. That's what I got up on my notes at the moment. Shredder's reveal, I thought was really cool. I like how his suit looks similar to the comics once the comics start getting color. And then the movie, the second movie also kind of resembles the 80s cartoon. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this first part. Like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. X gave a thumbs up. What they're telling the origin story before I go. I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% because it's too dark to tell. I watched it on HBO Max, by the way. The first three and the 2007 movie are on there. I'm pretty sure Raph flips his brothers, flips Mikey off, and Mikey goes, "That's us." But I really love this movie. Wish they would have continued it, especially with some of the ideas they have for the fourth one. Oh my gosh, I touched you big baby. But that's it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram at Smoky Business YT. Go follow me on Twitter, Smoky Business What? Smoky Business What? Smoky Business. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Yo guys, Smokey here for the second part of the first Ninja Turtles movie review. So we left off with where they were, fight Shredder's revealed, and then the turtles go to the farm. They bond. They find out Splinter's alive, and there's cut scenes in that where the technique they learned for whenever they're ready to come back got cut. There's some funny scenes I liked where they're at the farm. This time I don't have anything written down because I thought I wrote everything down, but I must have this thought. I don't feel like writing everything down right now. But Donnie and Casey tried to think of names for each other alphabetically, names to make fun of each other. Leo flipping out while Raph gets up, and Raph just kind of, be like, I'm just hungry. Because he's in that little coma. What else is there? Then they, train and act like brothers once they get back. And then the fire scene where they realize Splinter's alive. Them making jokes about eating s'mores and Leo getting mad, stuff you'd expect from him. And then when they go back, they find Danny, and Danny goes, "Don't shoot me," to Raph, and Raph, because Raph was pointing at him with his side, and he goes, "I don't think it's loaded, pal." I thought that was kind of funny. Um, let's see what else. And then Danny kind of betraying him, and Splinter mentioning um, all fathers love their sons. And then Danny, comes back to help after the Foot tries to raid, and April helps the turtles, and then at one point Mikey ducks his head in his shell. He goes, "I love being a turtle." Um, what else was there? And then that final fight, I thought for what it was good. I wish we kind of got to see Splinter. I know it was a puppet, but getting up there to surprise the turtles, and then him beating Shredder as easy as he did was, you know, looking back at it now, it's funny. When I was little, I was like, "Yeah, Shredder's dead." And then Casey crushing him. As my little cousin puts it, goes, "Shredder was a bad guy and deserves it." But yes, I love the original movies. The next one I'll do at some point is the second movie. Yeah, that's it for this review. Peace. Guys, I wanted to apologize real quick. I forgot to do an outro on the Ninja Turtle video. I have been up for a few and I was just tired. Um, I stayed up working on a drawing. If you follow me on Instagram, it's MovieVisionYT, and I'm gonna do a. I've been playing the Assassin's Creed games a lot here lately, and I'm doing a through the ages, type thing. So I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna go by game order, not their order, because Ubisoft kind of screwed it up. But that's a video for another time, and I have a video similar to that on the channel. Anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Go follow me on Instagram, it's MovieReasonsYT. Go follow me on Twitter, it's MovieReasonsYT. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Hey guys, Smokey here. Finally doing Ninja Turtles Secret of the Use. Apparently I haven't done the review for that yet. So yeah, let's get into this. So if you guys didn't know, the Ninja Turtles, in the 90s they had movies at the peak of the Turtles hype, and they made 3 of them, and then they were gonna make a 4th one that got scrapped. Maybe we'll talk about it someday on the channel. But the second one is my favorite, but the first one looks the best in my opinion. I think it's because the first one, got a lot more darker tones, besides story, lighting, everything, stuff like that. The second was, I think, is a nice mix of what the TV show was and the first movie, which is more based off the original comics. If you don't know the plot, because you've obviously been living under a rock, the turtles are living with April after their lair got found in the first movie, and they're trying to find a new lair, and they're talking about Shredder, and April's getting annoyed with them, but they finally move out, and they find out Shredder is living in a scrapyard, and he somehow survived the events of the first movie, and he eventually becomes Super Shredder, and they drowned him on a dock, like pier area. There's the puppets are still awesome because Jim Henson, he did so much for those movies. Uh, they're just really cool looking, and then the Super Shredder actor was a wrestler, which I did not know that. I can't remember his name. I mean, it was Kevin Nash, which I can't believe I didn't know that's who played him. Because I've seen Kevin Nash in a few things. I think most of the cast returned, except for a couple people for the second movie. I can't remember who. Is like one or two of the turtles. And April's actor, of course, got changed. Because I think it was Judith that played her in the first one. I don't remember who played her in the new one. But, not the new ones, but the second one, and the third one.
Uh, Casey is not in this movie. I can't remember if there's something going on with the actor and he couldn't be in it, or they just don't want Casey in it because Casey's a dark character. Um, but the story's alright. It is goofy watching them fight because Leo and Raph couldn't use their weapons because of swords and stuff. And Mikey was allowed to use his weapons for the UK release because the UK was afraid of nunchucks. And I think they just lifted that ban like 2 or 3 years ago. So it's kind of crazy to know that is it was in play for at least the 90s. I'm not sure how long it was on. But the second movie is awesome. Kino, who's kind of like a Casey replacement, he did stunt work in the first movie for the Turtles. Like he was in the suits. I think he did some in this movie. He still does stuff. I think his real name is Ernie. He still does stuff here and there. But yeah, that's pretty much my review of the second movie. I love it. I could sit there and watch the first two movies back to back over and over again. Um, that's it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on notifications. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hey guys, Smokey here. And we are getting into, I think, is the second most ridiculous Ninja Turtles movie, which is Turtles in Time. Not to be confused with the Ninja Turtle game. That was the fourth game, also titled Turtles in Time. And it's never actually been officially named Turtles in Time for Turtles 3. Some copies of it had it, some didn't, if I remember correctly. Um, but I want to talk about the third movie. Now, the third movie I remember seeing quite a bit when I was little, just because it was on. It was like we had all three of them. I remember being scared at the first one. I probably mentioned that in the video, 100 years ago. But the third one, I didn't like as much. Besides, I remember when I was little, I hated that they had the spots on them and they looked different. And you could tell the suits were like really cheap in that movie. And I don't think Jim Henson's company did it because Jim passed around the time of the second movie or around the time of the third movie. Um, but other than that, and the story being a little ridiculous with what happens when they go back in time and how they replace the people, I do not think it is a terrible movie. Rewatching it, thinking on it because the story's not like too terrible. They go back in time and they stop a dude from doing shit in Japan. I mean, there's jokes about how there's clean water. They're definitely not in New York anymore. Mikey riding the horse backwards was funny. Um, the little kid being named Yoshi, as a reference to Hamato Yoshi, and Raph saving him and becoming his buddy, and them trying to teach the Japanese how to make pizza, and they kept burning it. That was kind of funny. But I don't really have much else to say about this movie because it's alright, but it is pretty forgettable. That is it for this one. Like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and then I got one more turtle video coming finally for secretly used. I might do the turtle specials for the 2012 show and the 2003 show at some point. But as of right now, I just want to get the main movies out of the way. So yeah, peace.
Hello, guys. Here's another review video. Piper, I wish you would not be up here. Last review, I had Peanut. This one, I have my chubby Piper. This one is going to be, as if you read the title, hey, you be on camera? Tell them hi. She wants to go. I don't even know what time of night it is. I'm actually recording this one right after I recorded the other one. I'm just trying to get some videos out because I know at some point next week I'm going to be helping my grandpa put up a wall. And he's the one that's having all the troubles. And sorry if you hear stuff in the background. Dad's watching Futurama in the living room. He's crashing in there. Today we're doing the 2014 Ninja Turtles movie. Now, when this movie first came out, actually, let me change the light. Get this. Oh, I'll be back in a minute. Sorry about the light being in the way. I can't do much about it. I wish I had a lower setting, but it doesn't. This is the stuff I wrote down for the movie. When I first watched that movie, I would have been about 11 or so. It came out in 2014, if I remember correctly. That's why I put TMNT 2014. I grew up with watching the originals. I had them on VHS. I had them on DVD. I don't think we ever got them on Blu-ray. My favorite was the 2007 CGI movie, because that was the one that came out while I was little. It looked like the Turtle show that was on, which was the 2003 show. So when I saw this movie, I remember watching trailers for it. I did not want to watch it. Didn't think I'd like it. And Dad bought it. Mainly, I didn't like it because I didn't like the Shredder suit. I knew who Michael Bay was because of the Transformer movies. Anyways, start the story. For those of you who don't know, April's dad had the turtles. They was trying to create, and her dad's friend, I don't even remember his name, whatever his name, the one bad guy with the long hair, was trying to create a virus thing, and the turtle's blood was the key for a cure and make big money, and the Shredder was going to help him do it. And the turtles try to stop it once they realize who April is and the guy is, and all that fun stuff. As you know, they stop it. Now, the jokes. Some of the jokes I got, and I actually laughed at on my rewatch. The story, I didn't like it. Like I said, it was meh. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Just be happy with what it is, Like I said, I'm the references. Some of them I got, mainly the stuff about the turtles. My favorite reference in the whole movie was the one where the Vern, I think is the name, because he was named after the news helper from the '80s Turtles. I believe his name was Vern. Also, I don't know. I haven't watched the 1980s Ninja Turtle cartoon in so long. Um, he goes, "What are they, aliens?" She goes, "No, that's stupid." That was my favorite joke reference thing in the movie. Um, Next, I'm on. Like, that was my favorite joke, and that's the only one I remember. That's why it's my favorite. The fights. They were better than I remember. Um, the Shredder versus Splinter one, was kind of quick, so I don't really count that one. But the fight with the turtles at the end that Shredder has, not the fight with Raph, but the fight at the very end of the movie, I really like that one. The other fight kind of thing April and Vern had with the foot and cry, and not so much. The design, Splinter's design, I actually, looking back, really like. I like what they do with his tail. I should have talked about that in the fights. He actually uses his tail. That was kind of cool. Shredder's design, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like it in terms of what the movie's going for. It's trying to do something different. I get that. I like it for that aspect. But in my personal opinion, if Shredder is wearing something that armorish, how you want to call it, armorish, he's kind of being a coward, in my opinion. Like, Shredder's supposed to be this feared guy that could kill you with this pinky. I mean, that's kind of a coward move to wear something that looks like a Transformer suit. The Turtles are still a no-no. I don't like their designs, especially when Mikey takes his mask off. I remember seeing that. Now, when the Turtles, I remember being in third grade and getting a Scholastic magazine that would show the books and stuff, and they had an advertisement in it for the Ninja Turtles movie because you could barely see what Leo was. I remember being excited, but once the trailer came out, I was like, no, 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 no. What else was there? The foot designs I did not like. But other than that, it was alright. Other things I liked. Raph opening up at the end, I thought that was really emotional, and then I remembered when they fall, and then they just stop on the road. That kind of ticked me off. Them tripping from their blood being drained, and just the morphine shot thing, or not morphine, adrenaline shot they get. That I found really funny. But that was something I really liked, and I didn't see that kind of being in the jokes category. Or the fight, because it was kind of, an in-between. The elevator scene, where they're beatboxing, I like that. But I would expect that more from the Rise of the TMNT movie than this. This kind of, because of how the Rise of the TMNT is. If you guys want a review on that show, if I ever get Paramount Plus back, I'll do it. What else do I have here that I haven't missed? Hold on a minute. Other things I didn't like, this is the main one. Like, there's only two things on the things that I didn't like that I wrote that night. I watched this movie at like 2 a.m. because I was bored and my brothers were home. Um, Shredder not checking both times when the fight in the sewer. Shredder just kind of leaving when he captured four of the brothers and didn't make sure Raph was dead or that Splinter was dead. I thought that was really stupid. Then when he beats Raph the second time, he just kind of walks away again. Why? Why wouldn't you make sure they're dead, especially if you're supposed to be this fearsome warrior? Um, and then the other thing I really didn't like was the origin story. How it tied into the, at least it tied into the plot. Um, Other than that, I found it like really sucky. I'm thinking when I put the, like the poster type thing did with the Space Jam video, I think I'm gonna put over this light. That way, it's not blinding people when they watch the video. But other than that, I love the movie. Looking back on it is definitely better than I remember. I mean, I laughed at it. Um, like I said, I was super tired when I watched it too. There's other stuff I probably should have took notes on. I didn't because my phone was about dead and I was tired. It took me 2 days to watch the movie because um I didn't finish it the one night. I was like, I only had like 10 minutes left. I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Um, I have HBO Max, so I can do the original movies plus the 2007 movie if you guys would like me to. If you guys want more reviews, like, comment, share, turn on post notifications. Um, Great subscribers away from 50 subscribers. Let's get the subscriber count up, baby. Woo woo. We'll try to keep doing these videos. If you guys are wondering why I'm drinking, it's a Kickstart. It's Mountain Dews. Um, Energized drink. They have these that are so okay. I like the grape one, which I got a grape one saved for tomorrow because I'm going with my grandmother. That I'll try to vlog that. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, at least this one's longer. It's not 6 minutes. It's 8 minutes at the moment. I hope you guys like this. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Go turn on post notifications. Go follow me on Instagram. It's my business YT. Go follow me on Twitter. It's my business YT. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Alright, guys, so here is the one that I do not like at all. That has too much comedy. It is very forgettable. That is Out of the Shadows. Which there was also a game named Out of the Shadows that had nothing to do with it. um, so if you guys don't know, the 2014 movie did good enough to get a sequel in 2016, and they had to change the Shredder actor, and he didn't have a big giant mech suit because people were mad about looking too much like the Transformers, which is it's true. Then they decided to give them give him a more kind of accurate suit. And they also brought Krang in. For the first time, Krang was actually in live action and then on the big screen. I did not like Krang. He just it didn't work for me. I like the design, but the rest of it was just like, I can't say I grew up watching the '80s cartoon because I was born in 2003, but I did see it when I was little. I used to have it on DVD. I actually rebought it when Viacom re-released it, along with the 2003 show and the um, Turtles Forever movie. But other than that, this movie's just very forgettable. I do not like what they did to Bebop and Rocksteady. Like, yeah, they're laughing stocks in the original show, but yeah, this is like really bad comedy levels of laughing stocks. It was cool that a wrestler played one of them. But other than that, they weren't that good. The designs are okay. I wish we would have got more Splinter like fighting in it, but we didn't. I guess that's alright. But that's pretty much it for this one. Like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Yo, guys. Smokey here with a movie review, which I haven't done them forever. I just watched. Well, I actually mute this in case it tries to play. Um, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hold on a minute. Movie. And oh my god. I, I liked it. I didn't like the show that well. I've only watched a few episodes, granted, but it's just not my style, just like a lot of modern cartoons.
There's some cartoons I'll watch. I still watch modern episodes of SpongeBob, modern episodes of Simpsons, stuff I grew up with. But Turtles, I used to have a lot of turtle toys. Toys from Fast Forward, toys, the original Playmates toys that were my dad's that I destroyed. Um, you know, maybe a couple movie figures here, and I don't. No, I know I had the 2007 movie figures, almost every single one of them. And I watched this movie, going into it feeling like it was gonna be like the show. Right off the bat, the movie hits you in the feels. Oh my gosh! Like I had only cried at one other Ninja Turtle movie, and that's the first movie, and that's the scene where they find out Splinter's not, Splinter got kidnapped by Shredder, and that scene makes me sad. And the scene where they're around the fire, that scene makes me sad. Where his ghost talks to him. That's the only other time I've ever cried at a Ninja Turtle movie. This movie had me crying several spots. Almost, I mean, this is going to be a spoiler video because the movie is out on Netflix and most people should be able to watch it. But the beginning where Leo says, I think it's Leo that says badass. I can't believe they had cussing in it. That really shocked me. Leo being stabbed made me sad a little bit. Not crying sad, but made me sad. Then the parts where, what's it called? Where, like, Raph gets kidnapped. That made me cry. Because you guys know, I have two brothers. When you got that, I don't know why I had an alfalfa there. But when you get, when stuff like that happens, you think about your family. And yeah, you guys may fight and argue, but they're still your family, and something like that happens, you do like what Leo eventually does in this movie. And, starts kicking ass, taking names. I mean, yeah, well, not literally, but he does kick a bunch of ass in the movie. Um, and him fighting with Raph made me cry. The 2007 movie, that battle didn't make me cry. But that one, me and my brother X can relate to because we bump heads a lot. Mom always said when we were little, I was more like Leo because I'm the oldest brother. I'm my brothers followed in my actions when they were little. If I was going somewhere, they had to go somewhere, stuff like that. And this fight actually hit a lot different because it's from a different point of view. Raph's the leader and Leonardo's being a dick, not listening. Oh my, it's just, I can't believe I actually cried at. And then at the end with Cassandra, who was, as the show, like on new stuff when they reveal Cassandra, the Casey of the show, and they go, that's Casey's mother. I laughed at that. That was pretty funny. There's a few parts I laugh at. I thought Splinter said the F word at one point when he's talking about fat rat head. That's not what I thought he said. It just sounded different. That's why I'm glad I had subtitles on while I was watching the movie, just in case they cussed again. That way I catch it. But I loved this movie. I was really shocked. Yeah, I'm ready to see what Seth Rogen does with them. But there's still 9 minutes left. I don't know if there's a post-credit scene. I'm gonna watch and see. I guess I don't know why, but I got Shell Shock stuck in my head. I guess because the Michael Bay movies were the last, Ninja Turtle movies to come out before this. Unless if you count DVD movies, because I think they had one for the 2012 show. But anyways, peace. I'll be right back. Sadly, there was no post-credit scene, but that was a really good movie, and I like how they broke the fourth wall here and there. That was funny. And then at the end, Raph tried to break Leo's record. I thought that was funny because Raph didn't seem like he wanted to do it at first, but in the beginning of the movie, because he's more focused on being the leader. I also just realized Uncharted is on here. I didn't know that was coming to Netflix. But that is it for this video, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Turn on the post notifications. Go follow me on Instagram at Smokey Presents YT. Go follow me on Twitter, SmokeyP2003. And I will see you guys in the next one. Also, I think I'm gonna go play some Assassin's Creed. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I might watch Uncharted and do a review video for that. Heck, I don't know. Peace. Hey guys, Smokey here. And today we are going to review the new Ninja Turtles movie. So yeah, here we go. In case you didn't know, they made a new Ninja Turtle movie. It's been marketed heavily, and I was super excited for it to come out. And if the lighting's a little screwed up here and there, it's because I have SpongeBob on the background because that's what my brothers watch fall asleep. Anyways, um, so the new Ninja Turtle movie, I really liked it. The plot, I didn't think it was bad. I think Jackie Chan's fight scene was the best fight scene in the movie. When he is fighting the guys in the lab, it was really funny. The voice actors are alright. Jackie Chan's being Splinter was a little different. I thought I wasn't gonna like this movie. I did not like the 2014 movie and its sequel. I did like the Rise movie. That one I did like, but I really didn't think I was gonna like it either. So yeah, I grew up watching the first three and the 2007 movie, and I like all of them ones. I don't have a problem with the third one or the 2007 movie. Besides, the 2007 movie can be a little boring in the suits of the third one. I don't mind them. They're kind of like a guilty pleasure for me. Um, but this one, the animation's really good, in my opinion. I really liked the acting, the scenes. Ice Cube being the villain, that wasn't terrible. Um, I really liked it. I liked Bebop and Rocksteady being in it, although I wish they got a few more lines. Casting choices on a few of them other side mutants. Not on who played them, but what gender, because of what the genders they are in the comic. But they did good. That's all I'm saying. Splinter's girlfriend being the bug, that was just weird. But I like the movie, and it was really good. And one thing that kind of bugged me in a sense is not because of what it was about, at least what I took from it, but how they just kind of dropped in. That's Leo kind of having a crush on April. I know in the 2012 show, Donatello had a crush on her. And me and my buddy were talking about that one day. He's like, I don't remember that. And he went back and watched it. He goes, that's weird. So we talked about that for a little bit. And then but that's like how that happened. And they straight up drop it. Also, I'm doing the older format on this video because it's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm trying to I got so much stuff I gotta get ready for tomorrow video wise. So I'm just trying to get this edited as quick as possible. But yeah. I give the movie a 9, honestly. Acting, although Cynthia Utron was a little weird. And the Australian accent for Leatherhead, it didn't seem like it was really as strong as it could have been. But it is what it is. When the show comes out, I'll probably do a trailer reaction and maybe talk about here and there on the channel. Other than that, that is it. Peace. Like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on notifications. Go follow me on my socials. They will be linked in the bio. And if they're not linked in the bio, they are on the About page on the channel. Peace. Hey guys, Smokey here with another new review. Actually, sorry, I'm kind of tired. It is almost 12:30 in the morning. I wanted to let you guys know I was making a completion video for Tmnt, the movies I reviewed, and I forgot the 2007 movie, which used to be my favorite movie besides the original. So yeah, in my opinion, it is not that bad. I really enjoyed the movie when I was younger. I watched it not too long ago. It dragged out a little bit. I do I wish I would have read the prequel comics. I didn't know it had prequel comics until a couple years ago. That show, it gives a little bit more context to why the turtles are doing what the turtles are doing besides what the movie shows. I feel like there was a lot of stuff left on the cutting room floor. And I really wish it would have gotten the sequels, because the sequel ideas for that movie were so awesome. Like, I know we're not really talking about the movie at the moment, but like the second one was supposed to be the Turtles and Splinter, except for Mikey, all got turned back into pre-mutated animals. And there's even a poster for it. And that would have been so cool to see how Mikey dealt with that, because this would have been, before they did The Last Ronin. Like, this was years ago, because the TMNT movie came out in 2007. That one probably would have came out between 2010 and 2012. And that would have been so cool to see. Then they were going to make the third one was something about Shredder, and I would have watched it too. That would have been awesome. I really wish this universe could have gotten off the ground. I mean, they had Chris Evans as Casey Jones, and the guy that played Splinter was the original Uncle Iroh. Like, this movie could, this series could have been good. I mean, granted, the guy that played Uncle Iroh died not too long after this, but still. Also, if you guys didn't know, the studio got shut down because of the Astro Boy movie, if I remember right. That's the movie that killed that studio. But yeah, so let's talk about the movie. So the movie opens up with Leo in the jungle. And he is kind of like they look at him as he's like a spirit thing from the jungle, and he's protecting a village, and he may or may not have killed a dude. It is never confirmed if he kills the guy or not. He's kind of like a terrorist, like if you had a jungle mafioso, basically, is what the dude is. And he goes back to America after April tracks him down, saying the family needs him. Mikey is working as a party person, like a kid's party clown type thing. Donatello is doing customer support, and Raph basically is playing vigilante, even though nobody wants him to play vigilante anymore. And the whole reason, like, Leo goes away is to better himself, and which I think is good, because, if you're, you're looked at as the oldest brother, which is how I always kind of vision Leo as, he's the leader. You always want to better, and I'm also an oldest brother. You want to better yourself so your siblings don't do what you did, and they can learn from what you did so they know what not to do. So yeah. And Leo and Raph, which is kind of like me and both my brothers right now. If you know what scene I'm talking about, that's halfway through the movie, where Leo and Raph do the one thing we'll talk about in a minute. But they're all doing their own thing, and Splinter's just Splinter. He kind of reminds me of like a good mix of the '90s Splinter and the 2003 cartoon Splinter. It's actually Brian. We've met many times. But he is awesome. Like, I love the Splinter in this movie. Plus, it's one of the only times, you really get to see Splinter fight in a movie. And the only other time, I think, is the first Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie. I don't think he fights at all in the second one because he's, like, knocked out or whatever. But, so yes, this movie is awesome. Like, and Raph kind of expresses his anger to Casey, saying, when Casey catches him as the Knight Rider, he goes, "I can tell who you are," which is bad if Casey Jones can figure out who you are, because Casey isn't exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. But it's such a good movie, and then the Turtles kind of start getting back into things once Leo comes home. And, also there's a scene where Mikey goes into the sewer to go home. And that scene is one of my favorite scenes ever. Like him skating through the sewer and stuff. That is pretty cool. But now let's just talk about one scene before we talk about my favorite part of the movie. So when they start showing these 13 monsters that are coming through, which reminds me of the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. Raph meets one of them, and that fight is just so funny. Him fighting the little red monster. I love that. Now, let's get to my favorite part. So, you can feel a tension as soon as Leonardo gets home, building up between him and Raph. And this movie handles it really well, in my opinion. And it gets to a point where Leo not knowing that Raph is the Night Watcher until he knocks the mask off of Raph and he beats him. And they start fighting because Raph's pretty much pissed. Raph I don't remember if Raph breaks Leonardo's swords or if they get broken by the stone hunters. I don't know what they're called. But he finally kind of gets like an one up on Leo, and he don't know what to do because he actually bested the leader. So he starts running away, and then Leo's getting attacked and kidnapped because they think he's one of the 13 monsters. So they have to go, fight Winters and the Stone People and save him. And it's cool because April actually dresses up, and this is one of the only other times you actually see a badass April besides the 2012 show. And if you want to count Rise, I don't remember if she really fought much in the 2003 show, and she really don't fight much in the 90s movies. And Megan Fox don't fight because it's Megan Fox, But yeah, that's literally all I gotta say about this movie. So yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on notifications. Also, I don't know how often I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try to live stream at least once a week. It may be late at night, it may not be, it may just be on my days off from work when I stay up. So stick tuned to that. He'll probably just be me talking to my buddies, playing games with them. I'm not 100% sure. It depends. I know if I go to my grandma's one night, I might live stream while I'm there before I go to bed, just because. But yeah, that's it. Peace.